Glad you could join us for our 7:30 news bulletin. My name is Tandio Nzumara. First, the headlines. Pope Leo XIV remembers journalists killed by war, warns against violation of press freedom. Luntha Television pledges to uphold truth and maintain non-partisan reporting standards following government commendation for professionalism. Malawi Congress Party MCP dismisses claims of candidate replacement in Waila by-election. And in other news, dozens of Nigerians sign up for evacuation amid xenophobia fears in South Africa. We do have the details to these stories and more. Just stay with us. Pope Leo XIV on Sunday remembered journalists and reporters killed by war and violence, warning that press freedom is often violated around the world. Speaking after the May 3rd Regina Shelley in St. Peter's Square, the Pope noted that the day marked World Press Freedom Day promoted by UNESCO. We have more details in this EWTN report read by Phallus Chizombe.
The Pope's appeal came as press freedom faces growing pressure worldwide. He noted that, unfortunately, press freedom is often violated in either blatant or more subtle ways. According to the 2026 World Press Freedom Index from Reporters Without Borders, global press freedom has deteriorated to its lowest point in at least 25 years, with more than half of the world's countries now classified as being in a difficult or very serious situation for journalism. The organization has warned that journalists face mounting economic pressure, dialect violence, legal threats, and other restrictions that compromise the independence of the media. The Pope also marked the beginning of May, a month traditionally dedicated to the Blessed Virgin Mary, inviting Catholics to pray the Rosary. The Holy Father entrusted his intentions to Mary, particularly for the communion within the Church and for peace in the world. Earlier in his catechist, before the Marian prayer, the Pope reflected on Sunday's Gospel from the Last Supper, in which Jesus tells his disciples, "If I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and will take you to myself, so that where I am, there you may be also." According to the Pope, this promise involves us, from this moment onwards, in the mystery of his resurrection, and reveals that God has a place for everyone. The Pope concluded by asking Catholics to pray to Mary, Most Holy Mother of the Church, that every Christian community may be a home open to all and attentive to each person.
Deputy Director of Luntha Television, Father Norbert Kashija, says the station is honored by the government of Malawi's recognition, describing it as a strong affirmation of its commitment to professionalism, nonpartisan reporting, and truth. Father Kashija was speaking after Luntha TV was recognized and awarded by Minister of Information Shadrack Namalomba on Sunday night at the Misa Malawi Gala in Salima. We have more details on this report filed by Gift Kalunga.
Father Kashija says the award reflects the team's dedication to delivering balanced and credible content despite operating under limited resources. He adds that Luntha TV will continue to promote advocacy in key areas such as accountability in the use of public resources, gender equality, and credible electoral processes.
Thank you. This special recognition by the government of Malawi means a lot to Luntha Television, to the staff and to the administration, because it affirms our identity as a professional institution non-partisan, but also committed to delivering balanced broadcasting without fear or favor. This is what we really do, and so getting this award is really an honor for us as Luntha Television, and it's also a strong encouragement to us to continue upholding high standards of broadcasting without fear or favor.
The deputy director also emphasized that as Catholic media institution, Luntha TV is guided by values of integrity, fairness, and non-partisanship, and remains committed to serving all Malawians regardless of political affiliation, while respecting diverse beliefs and perspectives. Luntha TV was the only television station in Malawi that did not comply with authorities' directive to suspend its dashboard, displaying unofficial results during the 2025 general elections, even after all other stations had already done so. For Luntha News in Lilongwe, this is Gift Kalonga.
Give a token of appreciation to a television station that did not take down its dashboard during elections, and that is Luntha Television, ladies and gentlemen.
The Malawi Congress Party MCP Secretary General Richard Banda has dismissed reports suggesting that the party is planning to replace its candidate for Lilongwe City Bwaila constituency, Precious Kabambe, in the forthcoming by-election, describing the claims as false and misleading. Banda has made the remarks amid speculation from within the constituency that the party was considering a change of candidate ahead of the June 30, 2026 by-election to be conducted by the Malawi Electoral Commission, MEC. Charity Chilanga has filed this report.
In an interview with Luntha Television, Banda emphasized that the party's official position remains unchanged, stating that Precious Kabambe is the duly endorsed candidate and will represent MCP in the polls. He stressed that MCP has never at any point considered changing its candidate, adding that the party remains focused and prepared for the by-election as scheduled.
Well, I think we must make it very clear here that when one member of the constituency spoke to one media house, it was his own feelings. But the party's official stand is that we have one candidate, and that candidate is Precious Kabambe. We have not even at a single time thought of changing the candidate, and that candidate is not changing. So the forthcoming by-election, as scheduled by the Malawi Electoral Commission, we have one candidate, and our candidate, the Malawi Congress Party, is Precious Kabambe.
However, Bwaila constituency MCP chairperson Fraxon Suzumile Banda said the party has been preparing for the by-elections, but admitted that there have been challenges with the current candidate.
We are campaigning for the party. Whosoever will represent the party, obviously, he or she will win the elections. This is the MCP constituency. Even if you can go back to last election, our candidate who was representing us got 8,190 votes.
There are allegations that the candidate Precious Kabambe breached the party regulations by creating parallel structures and reportedly held meetings where he criticized the party leadership, prompting the constituency to seek his replacement. MEC nullified the election in October last year following the mishandling of void votes, a development that led to the current by-election, as MCP maintains that its endorsed candidate Precious Kabambe remains unchanged, despite internal allegations and speculation surrounding his conduct within the constituency.
A grouping trading under the banner Citizens for Justice and Equity has announced plans to hold demonstrations over assault allegations involving Luntha City Mayor, His Worship Isaac Jomo Osman. Speaking in an interview with Luntha Television, Executive Director Agape Kombe confirmed that the protest will take place this Thursday in the capital city, Lilongwe. Constance Kamtemeni has more details in this report.
In his remarks, Kombe said the demonstrations are not confined to the city, but reflect a broader demand for accountability at both national and regional level. He said picking Lilongwe as the venue is intentional, stressing that Osman's law goes beyond being a councillor or mayor of Blantyre City. Kombe said the demonstrations are meant to demand accountability at higher level of leadership, warning that individuals holding national and regional authority must be subjected to greater public scrutiny.
The demonstrations are not happening in Blantyre because we are not just looking at a councillor of Bangwe. As well, we are not just looking at a mayor of Blantyre. We are dealing with a president of Malawi Local Government Association. It's called MAGA, which means every councillor is one under that personality. Again, he is a chairperson of all councillors in the SADC region. So the issue of why not Blantyre should not rise, because it's more than Blantyre.
Meanwhile, the group has officially notified the Lilongwe District Commissioner on the planned demonstration. Over the weekend, a video went viral depicting the Blantyre City Mayor assaulting a woman in Bangwe, a circumstance that sparked demands for his arrest. On Saturday, he was summoned by Inspector General of Police Richard Luhanga on the issue, though details still remaining sketchy. For Luntha News, this is Constance Kamtemi.
The Malawi Revenue Authority (MRA) has clarified that the electronic invoicing system (EIS) is not a new tax but a technological upgrade aimed at improving value-added tax VAT collection. Speaking in response to concerns from traders, MRA spokesperson Woma Chalulu said the system has been introduced to replace older electronic fiscal devices and improve how VAT revenue is accounted for. We have more details in this report filed by Judith Ogan.
Wilma explains that although the system may bring initial challenges, it is meant to support, not disrupt business operations, adding that MRA engaged stakeholders and extended implementation timelines twice before the rollout began on May 1st. She further says a 2-month support window has been introduced alongside continued training and awareness seasons to help businesses adjust smoothly to the new technology.
The electronic invoicing system is not a new tax at all. It is simply a new system that has been introduced to account for VAT revenue. Currently or previously, what is being used is our electronic fiscal devices. That was a technology that was introduced some year back, and with time, technologies have evolved, and now there are better ways that technology has introduced to account for VAT revenue. So that's all it is. It is just simply a system that is going to be used to account for the existing taxes or value-added tax. That's all it is. So it is very important that this must be made very clear.
Meanwhile, a trader in Malangalanga who opted for anonymity said he fears he may not manage the requirement due to low capital and limited understanding of the technology.
Actually, it has really affected both small businesses and maybe the medium ones and maybe the big businesses here in town. As you can see, the shops are locked. And not only that, I think people were really afraid of the unknown.
One of the trustees for the Malangalanga Traders Union says members fear the system will negatively affect small-scale traders, urging government to consider the realities of local businesses and provide practical support.
Is that this system, the MRA, is wanted to introduce, or it has already introduced, is that there is a very big impact. Their fears is it will have a very big impact on their businesses. You know, here, most of the shops, 3/4 of the shops, I can say so.
MRA maintains that the EIS is a supportive tool for improving tax administration and says it will continue engaging stakeholders to ensure smooth implementation across all businesses sector. For Luntha in Lilongwe, this is Judith Ogan.
You're still watching news coming to you live from Bishop Navy Media Center, and we'll be back with more right after this short break.
Announcement: transition to cashless ticketing. Malawi Airlines would like to inform all valued customers that effective 1st May, all ticket purchases will be conducted exclusively through cashless transactions. As part of this transition, payment will be accepted via bank transfers and POS machines for various banks available at our offices. This measure is designed to streamline our processes, reduce transaction times, and ensure a safer, more secure way of completing bookings. Cashless ticketing will complement our existing online booking platforms, our website, and our mobile application while aligning with global aviation practices that embrace digital payment solutions. We encourage all customers to prepare for this change by making use of the available electronic payment facilities. Our sales and airport staff will be available to guide and assist customers during this transition. For further assistance, please contact our customer service team via customerrelations@malawianairlines.com or call our support line. We remain committed to serving you with dignity, efficiency, and care as we embrace this new chapter. This announcement is brought to you by Malawi Airlines Management.
Malawi Airlines, from the warm heart of Africa.
Welcome back. Before we proceed, let's have another look at the headlines. Pope Leo XIV remembers journalists killed by war, warns against violation of press freedom. Luntha Television pledges to uphold truth and maintain non-partisan reporting standards following government commendation for professionalism. Malawi Congress Party MCP dismisses claims of candidate replacement in Waila by-election. And in other news, dozens of Nigerians sign up for evacuation amid xenophobia fears in South Africa. Proceeding with the news, the Federation of Civil Service Unions, FOCSU, has commended the Reserve Bank of Malawi, RBM, for revoking the license of trustees managing the Public Service Pension Trust Fund, describing the move as a response to concerns raised during last week's press briefing over alleged mismanagement of pension funds. Speaking in an interview with Luntha Tv, FOCSU Interim President Solomon Chomba said the action aligns with issues the union has consistently highlighted regarding the handling of the funds by the trustees. Emmanuel Chiwocha has filed this report.
In his remarks, Chomba noted that civil servants work tirelessly and expressed shock over reports of the pension fund abuse. He cited the Ameris Hotel saga as a key example of the alleged mismanagement, adding that the union appreciates the RBM governor for acting on one of its demands to dismiss the trustees.
Not yet. We're still waiting for the government, because the government is supposed to. We told them that we are ready, but we've just officially written them on the side, given them writing that these are the things that we're looking forward. So I think if the government is so serious about it, they have to make sure they call us and we discuss and come up with some amicable solutions and mapping our way forward, so that we have to bring sanity in these issues, which are really pressing on our members.
Last week, the union held a press briefing where it called on the government to implement a 100% salary increase for civil servants. Meanwhile, civil servants are waiting to engage with the government at the negotiating table, hoping for their demands will be addressed. For Luntha News in Lilongwe, this is Emmanuel Georgia.
The Insurance Institute of Malawi said it is planning to partner with the government to intensify public awareness and education campaigns aimed at increasing insurance uptake in the country, where penetration remains significantly low. In an interview, the Institute's president, Kondwani Kainga, said the proposed collaboration will focus on sensitizing Malawians about the value of insurance and addressing misconceptions that have over the years contributed to limited participation in the sector. We have more details in this report read by Alison Banda.
Kainga explained that many people still view insurance as unnecessary or only relevant to select a few perception he said has hindered the growth of the industry. He added that through joint efforts with government, the Institute plans to roll out targeted awareness programs, community engagements, and educational initiatives to help citizens understand better how insurance works and why it is important. He also stressed the need for innovation within the industry, urging insurance companies to develop affordable and accessible products tailored to the needs of ordinary Malawians, particularly those in rural areas and informal sector. Kainga expressed optimism that with a stronger partnership, improved public trust, and more responsive services from insurers, Malawi can gradually increase insurance coverage and build a more financially secure society.
It has been noted that the insurance penetration has always been less than 3%. And the issue of trust is one of the issues that is affecting the uptake of the insurance. So our role will be to ensure that we uphold professionalism so that people know about insurance and trust about insurance.
The initiative by Insurance Institute of Malawi signals a renewed and coordinated effort to transform the country's insurance landscape. With support from government and active participation from industry players, the planned awareness and education drive is expected to play a crucial role in shifting public perception and expanding access to insurance services.
Now, in other news, at least 130 Nigerians have registered for evacuation from South Africa following renewed fears of xenophobic violence, Nigerian officials have said, as tensions rise in parts of the country, including Durban and KwaZulu-Natal. According to reports by the BBC News and local media, the Nigerian government has begun arrangements for a voluntary evacuation program after a surge in threats and isolated attacks targeting foreign nations, including Malawians. We have more details in this African News report read by Phyllis Chizombe.
Many of those signing up are said to be based in Durban, where anxiety has grown in recent weeks. Authorities say the evacuation is precautionary and began preparing to leave. South Africa has a long history of xenophobic violence, often driven by economic frustrations, unemployment, and perceptions that migrants compete for jobs and resources. Nigerians, who form a significant part of the migrant community, have frequently been among those targeted. Previous outbreaks of violence, including deadly riots in 2008 and renewed attacks in 2015 and 2019, have strained relations between Africa's two largest economies, Nigeria and South Africa. While South African authorities have repeatedly condemned xenophobia and pledged to protect all residents, the latest developments highlight persistent tensions and the vulnerability of migrant communities in the country.
And that report also marks the end of our bulletin. But before we go, let's take another look at the headlines. Pope Leo XIV remembers journalists killed by war, warns against violation of press freedom. Luntha Television pledges to uphold truth and maintain nonpartisan reporting standards following government commendation for professionalism. Malawi Congress Party MCP dismisses claims of candidate replacement in Waila by-election. And in other news, dozens of Nigerians sign up for evacuation amid xenophobia fears in South Africa. My name is Tandi Wimzmara. Thank you for keeping me company, and do continue following the rest of our programs right here on Luntha TV. Goodbye for now, and do stay safe.